22, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. The Cowboys and the football team, and it comes your way next.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterbacks taking center stage here for each of their respective offenses. Dak Prescott of the Cowboys, Taylor Heineke of Washington.
We do indeed, and something I'm going to be watching for. Who can get off to a fast start? If you can go out, get points on the first drive, preferably a touchdown, you can really set the tone for the game. And I think that both of these quarterbacks are more than capable of doing just that.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Washington offense ready to take over. And you see Taylor Heineke at the helm in his second season with the football team.
Let's face it, you don't see too many Old Dominion alums suiting up under center in the NFL. And in fact, Taylor Heineke, the first ODU quarterback to suit up for a regular season game, not to mention doing well in the playoffs. This guy's an absolute fighter. Fought for every chance he's had in this league. Attitude, determination, those carry over to his teammates very well.
Heineke now looking to throw on first down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Heineke. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Throwing. Heineke. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Here's Heineke. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw is Heineke. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allow completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
A big play that time on the catch and run. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in for 2 yards out. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. Here comes this Dallas offense led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback.
You remember last year he got up to an incredible start, threw for over 450 yards in 3 straight weeks, including 502 against the Cleveland Browns in Week 4. Just 4 yards short of the franchise's single-game record. Then came his injury in Week 5 that pretty well derailed the Cowboys season.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. First down, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Give us all.
3 yards remain for second down. The give is to Elliott. Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Past the 20. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge is a successful one. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he's taken down inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. Goal. Prescott to throw it. Caught on the slant. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Elliott is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Now Prescott. Touchdown. That's caught. Dalton Schultz, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Osa Odighizuwa forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
After the sack on 1st down, under pressure, they got him again. Carlos Watkins, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. That's taken on the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Prescott. Throw left side, complete. That's Schultz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football.
Me the ball.
And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
A first down throw for Prescott. Throw left side, complete. That's Schultz. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Prescott on first down. Throw left side, complete. That's Schultz. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
And again, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dalton Schultz with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. A first down throw for Heineke. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. Taken in at the 22. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play here for Dallas. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this time he is in.
Yes!
Ezekiel Elliott Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with a football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Let's go!
Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On 1st and 10, Heineke. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Heineke winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fielded at about the 28.
Let's go, fellas.
Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 40 now on second down. Prescott, he finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On second down, Elliott once more. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 85 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Prescott now. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. A give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Elliott. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Zuerlein's kick is good. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Here's Carter now on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Heineke's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Heineke. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Heineke again. A throw to the flat here for McKissick. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Heineke to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 104 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there. They
go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first down, Elliott, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Jamin Davis, the rookie first-round pick, in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Elliott.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We got this.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 138 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On 2nd down, Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Let's go.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. It'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. First down, Heineke. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now Heineke. And that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling, because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught inside the 5. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And a big reason why they have this big lead, the running game. They're over 100 yards as a team, and it's been the catalyst for this offense. Meanwhile, for Washington, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down, it's Elliott. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Kill. 47. Safety cream. Check 52.
They go to Elliott again. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Wow, 185 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, you don't become a 2-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now Elliott. powerful running. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with, figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a throw here to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing. Heineke. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Second and 47. 36.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott fights him off. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Let's go. Let's show him how to play football. Let's go. Oh, none of that. I see you over there, boy. I like that, boy. Let's go. What you doing, dog? What are you doing? Get him. Come on. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why ain't
Delayed game, offense.
they ain't on our side?
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the
Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
2nd down and 3.
46. Every day, any day. 52's the mic. Mike 52.
Prescott to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz.
Get ready.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
46. 54. Why ain't 10. Check 46.
The give is to Elliott. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Check. We're going to 53. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Switch. Everyone kill. Hey, check 20.
On first down, it's Elliott. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
27. He's checking.
On second down, it's Elliott. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
47. Everyone going to 53. Check the backer. Everyone going to 54. Line. Alert 3.
This is Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Elliott. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Mike 55. Hey, let's get them home.
Back near his goal line. Here's Heineke. Micah Parsons, the rookie out of Penn State, in to drop him for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. 2nd and 4.
Check three. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go!
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Washington on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go again. Here we go.
Heineke now. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Heineke. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Heineke. Fighting through, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now here come the Cowboys. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Kill! 47 and 47.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, it's Elliott, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give to Elliott, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 3rd down, it's Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Heineke on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Heineke. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Carlos Watkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Randy Gregory able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one. And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Here we go, 46. Mike 52. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown. Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Heineke's throw taken in by Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll throw again. Heineke. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. On 3rd down, Heineke. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads up 4th down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Let's go.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Prescott on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Stay with your man. Number 47. 52's the mic. Time to go, night-night.
From the 17, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Watch twins. Check nickel.
Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys add on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. Now a hit and a loose football.
Here we go.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Heineke. This to McLaurin out on the left side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw is Heineke. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached a point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, kill. 27.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
46. Crunch. 26.
Here's Elliott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Washington ready to try again on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
To throw again on 2nd down, Heineke. Right back to Brown. This time he's got it. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Again, it's Heineke. That one caught by the tight end Bates. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Heineke now from the 50. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught at the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. It got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, I'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
That's it, baby. We got work.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Cowboys.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.